Hello, my name is Daria, welcome to my channel, and today I'm bringing you my third update for my Pen-Z palette for 2025. And to be honest, it's kind of an exciting update. I didn't think that it was such a big deal, to be honest, until I saw a comparison pictures from last month to this month. But before I talk about my progress for March, let me show you what this palette looked like in an introduction. And we had some dips, but we didn't have any pens, and overall we had some progress but not too much. And in a month I was able to hit pen. I think it was on Virgin, on Bug and on Smoke, and that's what the palette was looking like in my last update. We managed to hit pen in Scene, Half Baked and Dark Horse, and also we managed to expand all of the pens quite a bit. And I finished half of Virgin, half of Bug, and almost finished Smoke. And that's what the palette is looking like today. And as you can see, we have two new pens and we have one shade finished. And I'm so happy about it, to be honest. And I had some goals that I set myself for March, and it was finish Smoke, which I did. It was finish half of the Bug, which I also think that I managed to do. I think I finished even more than half of this shade, and also be very close to finishing Virgin, and I am very close to finishing Virgin, and hit pen on Sidecar and Naked. And I did it, and I'm very happy about it. So now let's talk about the uses. I used Virgin 11 times this month, and in total it's 34 times in this project. I use this as a lid setting shade. I used Scene 21 times this month, and in total it's 66 times in this project. And I used Scene as my brow bone highlighter. I used Naked 10 times this month, and in total I used it 32 times in this project. I used Sidecar also 10 times this month, and in total it's 31 use in this project. And Naked I managed to hit pen this month, and I used it as a crease shade. So it's a matte. I don't pick up a lot of product, and so I think it will be with us for a long time. And Sidecar I also managed to hit pen this month, and I use it right now all over my lid. I used Bug 21 times this month, and in total it's 58 times in this project, and I use it in my brows. Half Baked I used 10 times this month, and in total it's 31 times in this project, and I use it in my inner half of the lid. I used Smoke 3 times this month in order to finish this shade, and in this project it took me only 24 uses to finish Smoke, but I used it all over the lid, so that's why the progress was significant. And also I think in the beginning of this project smoke had the most substantial tip in it, because I've always used it all over my lid. And I have 34 tracked uses on this shade, but you need to keep in mind that I started tracking my uses only in October of 2024, so it's been like half a year. But I had this palette since September or October of 2018, so it's very old, and I used it a lot previously, so I can't say how much I used this shade to finish it. But in this project it was 24 times and I have 34 tracked usage. I'm very happy that I have an empty eyeshadow, and I hope I will continue to have more empties in this palette. The next shade is Dark Horse, and I used it 10 times this month for a total of 31 use in this project, and I used it in my outer corner. Toasted Hustle and Gunmetal I haven't used this month because I decided not to focus on them yet, and I used them only once in this project. And the last focus shade is Creep. I used it 13 times this month, and in total I used it 38 times in this project. So I'm very happy with the progress on this palette, and I wasn't expecting to be able to finish one whole eyeshadow pen in 3 months, but I'm very happy about it. And I have pens in all of my focused shades except Creep, but Creep is a black shade. Even so, it's a black shade with shimmer, and I have some kind of a dip. I hope you will be able to see it here, but I have a dip starting to form in this shade, but I think we are a very long way to hit pen. So let's talk about goals for the next month. I think I will be able to finish Virgin. I want to finish this bottom half of a scene, to be honest, next month. I'm not sure that it will be possible, but I will try. I want to expand pens in Naked, Sidecar, Half-Baked and Dark Horse, and I want to be very close to finishing back. I use this shade every time I do my makeup in my brows, so I think it will be possible. And also I'm thinking of using Creep 20 times, to be honest. I think I will be able to use it as an eyeliner almost, and if I want to hit a pen in this shade, at least hit a pen by the end of the year, I think I need to up my uses, just because I don't use a lot of this shade. So that will be my goals. Finish a shade, expand pens, finish half of the shade, and be very close to finish back, and use Creep 20 times. I think it's doable, to be honest. I might even be able to finish back by the next update, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm very happy with the progress that I'm making, but to be honest, I'm kind of scared because these shades that I'm finishing right now are kind of easy, especially Virgin and Back, because black I use in my brows all the time, and Virgin was just a lid setting shade for me, so it wasn't difficult to use. But when I finish these two, and when I'm starting to finishing scene, I think the progress will be much worse, to be honest, especially since I can't really incorporate any of these three shades in my future looks, just because they are so different in tones and they don't really work as a brow bone highlight or as a lid setting shade or as a brow shade. So I will be just working on less shades in this palette, if it makes sense. And so I think the progress won't be as significant. But I will still use it. I will still be trying to do my best, and I hope that I will still update you every month on this palette. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I hope you will stay with me on my project penning journey. Please, if you do pen that palette this year, tell me in the comments, maybe I haven't seen your update yet. It's one of my favorite projects to watch, I think, especially this year since I also joined in. So please tell me what are you painting, how are you doing with it, and I will gladly watch your update too. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!